Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome everyone to Awaken to the Brand New You. I am your host, Luis Soto, and I am a life coach, personal trainer, and meditation teacher. In today's episode, we will be talking about the dark night of the soul. So when you hear those words, the dark night of the soul, what is the first thing that comes up for you? Maybe you're thinking about experiencing adversity, difficult times. I'm talking about really going through trials and tribulations, experiencing something so devastating that you couldn't even imagine how you're going to get across to the other side. Let me share my understanding about the dark night of the soul. You know, the dark night of the soul is a spiritual term. And what it means is when your soul is ready to evolve and to heal an aspect of yourself. Now, when you're getting ready to heal an aspect of yourself, that part of you is part of your personality. You see, the whole self is complete. The soul is infinite. But in this lifetime that we are living right now, the soul is going to be drawn to experiences that is going to give us the opportunity to heal those parts of ourselves that have been wounded from the past. Let's get into it. Let's say right now you are experiencing something extremely challenging and devastating. So we're going to use relationships because relationships are very hard. You know, a relationship could either make you or it could break you, especially if you have allowed yourself to open up your heart, be vulnerable, give yourself to that person, and then for whatever reason, it just doesn't work out. So what do you do when that happens? Well, you have two ways of going about experiencing the dark night of the soul. One, you could prepare to go on that journey that is going to feel dark. You're going to feel alone. You're going to experience a lot of pain, emotional pain, anguish, hurt, resentment, judgment. It's going to be this array of emotions that are going to spark up a lot inside of you. Okay? Now, those emotions are going to have a field day because it's just going to happen. There's going to be denial. There's going to be days that you want to feel like an ostrich. You just want to put your head in the sand and not deal with your current reality. That is going to happen. How are you going to move forward and then surrender to the dark night of the soul? One is by surrendering to a higher power, surrendering to your God, to your understanding of what God is. So it really does not matter what faith or domination you believe in, as long as you know that the greater power that you worship stands for oneness. It stands for peace. It stands for unconditional love. So whatever it is that you believe, right, is going to become real because you have conviction. You have dedicated your life to see this philosophy, right, walking in faith and knowing that something greater than yourself is leading your path. So if you surrender to a higher power. And I call my higher power God. And you ask for the discipline, you ask for the guidance and the steadfastness for you to really stay on your path as you're healing and going through the dark night of the soul. It could completely give you a radical transformation. Completely. Now, if you are scared, because you're going to be scared, and you don't want to deal with reality, and you want to mask and numb yourself from the pain, then your dark night of the soul is going to lead into you taking on new addictions or picking them up, adding new ones, and just masking your emotional state to the world and most of all to yourself. So understand something here. The dark night of the soul is going to occur. But if we're masking it and we're numbing ourselves because we just cannot deal with the reality of what is, it's not accepting what has already happened. Okay? So if we're leaning towards using some type of substance or a person, something that is going to keep us away from entering into the dark night of the soul, you're going to prevent yourself, one, from healing, two, from going through a transformation, and three, you're going to stay in a standstill in your life. There's going to be a lot of stagnation. There's going to be a lot of just pause. You're going to come to a halt. There's going to be a dead end. And you're going to have to numb yourself until you get the courage to move forward and dive into the dark night of the soul. Listen, I know that it's extremely difficult. I have gone through many dark night of the soul. When I wrote my book, 2014, Awaken to the Brand New You, The Path to Reinventing Oneself, I had to openly share with the world my deepest secret that has kept me in captivity. I had to release it in order for me to heal from my past. And it was extremely difficult because it felt like everything was fragmented inside of me. So those parts of you that you haven't looked at and you have disowned, here's what's going to happen. They're going to come up to the surface and they're going to destroy your life because those parts of you are who you are. You know, we have the darkness and we have the light. We have the yin and we have the yang. If we push away the parts of us that we don't want to see that lives in the past and we feel shame, guilt, resentment, hurt, anger, they're going to come back. We have to embrace everything of who we are. We have to embrace all the experiences in order for us to heal. If we don't embrace them, then what's going to happen, those addictions are going to flare up and they're going to take over our lives. That is sabotaging yourself. And how do you sabotage yourself? Let's just say that you have decided to truly take on this physical transformation and you hired a personal trainer. You have a nutritionist. You're eating healthy. You're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You're seeing your trainer. So you invested time, money, and energy. And you're eating healthy throughout the day. And then you come home at night. And then you binge eat. You take out your sweets. Or you have a bottle of wine. Or your favorite cocktail every day. Those are the parts of you, the shadow that lurks in the darkness, that is saying, I belong to you, I own you, and I have control over you. Now, how do we stop that? We stop that by, first of all, accepting what is. My friends, whatever it is you are going through right now, and I really want you to think back to the recess of your mind, okay? Think back of a time that you said to yourself and to people around you, there is just no way I'm going to be able to overcome this obstacle. And then, by a stroke of luck, right, a miracle happens. And you get to the other side. How did that happen? That happened by the grace of God, by the grace of Spirit, because you surrendered and you asked for guidance. Guidance from the situation that you were in. The dark night of the soul brings jewels to your life. The parts of you that have been disowned, they only come up because they feel rejected. And check this out. The rejection that you have pushed them away is the rejection that you have for yourself. The rejection is, this is not who I am. Those part of me is not enough. I have overcome that chapter in my life. But if you overcame that chapter and you didn't heal those rejected parts of your psyche, of yourself that lives in the unconscious, subconscious mind, and then you know that they come up at night when you're all alone. You see, when you're all alone, you either are going to embrace solitude, which is the silence, which is where spirit resides, or you are going to distract yourself from experiencing any alone time and any silence by always having company, by always keeping yourself busy, by putting stuff in your mouth, by whatever it is, not getting enough sleep. That's called masking. That's called pretending that you're okay. Okay? This show is not about pretending. This show is about awaken to the brand new you. Wake up and declare your divinity. The dark night of the soul is the opportunity for us to heal what needs to be healed and grow and evolve. So then our authentic self, the true self that lives through your spiritual inheritance, is going to then lead your life. Can I get an amen, my friends? Woo! Let me tell you, spirit is going deep. Spirit is going deep. I'm just a messenger. Spirit is going deep. So, whatever situation you're going through right now, if you need to comment, please comment. If you need to talk to someone, please reach out to me, Lewis at awakentothebrandnewyou.com. We'll set up a time to talk, and we'll see how we could change your situation. But the main thing here is, are you ready to go in through that dark night of the soul? The dark night of the soul, first, is going to feel scary, right? It's going to feel uncertain. You're going to even say to yourself, you know something, I'll do that in a couple of months. I'll wait until I go away on vacation. You know, my kids are around. I don't want to leave my pet alone. Whatever it is, listen, don't waste any more time. Take action today. Declare your divinity. Know that the dark night of the soul is knocking on your door. And that knock is coming from Spirit. It's saying, surrender and trust me, and I will lead you towards your greatness. I will lead you towards your greatness. So, my friends, I know that this conversation was pretty deep. Maybe it rubbed people the wrong way. And maybe it inspired people. I know that it was emotional. And I want you to understand that I feel for you. I know what it is to experience the dark night of the soul. It's painful. It's hurtful. I mean, it's not easy. I went through a dark night of the soul last year when I ended a relationship that I thought was the one. And out of me experiencing the dark night of the soul and getting through to the other side, I'll be launching my third book in Easter. And I'll be sharing what came about that experience. So understand, if you are ready to receive the blessing in disguise that lives in the darkness, allow yourself to take this journey. And if you're going to take this journey, pray up. Pray up. Ask God for guidance. Ask your friends to pray for you. Prepare yourself for this journey. And how do you prepare yourself? You prepare yourself, one, by setting an intention. Okay? What is my intention? Your intention is, I'm going to hold on to the blessing and I'm not going to let go until I receive whatever I need to receive. Just like Job in the Bible, he fought with the angel, with the spirit, and he held on until he received the blessing. Hold on to the blessing. Number two, give yourself permission to experience this transformation. Give yourself the experience. Set it up. Tell your friends, tell your family, look, I'm about to take a sabbatical. I'm experiencing something really challenging and I'm going to be away for a while. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to move, quit your job, stop socializing. It's letting people know, on the weekends when we will be hanging out, I'm going to be home and I'm going to really learn about myself. I'm going to go inward. I'm going to take an inward journey to awaken the brand new me. Number 3, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that went wrong. Forgive yourself for missing the mark. Forgive the people that did any harm to you, unconscious or conscious. Forgive your past, but at the same time, own it and accept it. You could forgive, and it doesn't mean that you're pushing away. It means that hurt and that energy and that emotion, you're forgiving. Because if there is not an emotion with an experience, then what's left is wisdom. And wisdom is what we are working at, right? Because wisdom is where the soul gets to grow. Wisdom is where the soul wakes up and takes over your life. Wisdom. So, I hope that this episode gave you value. It gave you direction. You feel more inspired to take action and to embrace the situation that you're in. And just know that this too shall pass. Excuse me. Know that you are greater than this obstacle right now. You have overcome many things in your life. And this is something else that you're going to overcome. But not just overcome it. You are going to become the person that you envision yourself to be. From this experience, you will gain more confidence in yourself. You will have more courage, more compassion, more self-love to you, so then you could give to others. A deeper relationship and understanding with your Creator, with your higher power. And also an appreciation for your life and for everything that you have. So right now, as we're getting ready to end this episode, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take a nice inhalation through your nose. And then let it out, a nice big sigh. Again, inhale through your nose. And a nice big sigh. One more. Inhale through your nose. And a nice big sigh. So as you keep your eyes closed, and I want you to place your palms on your lap, palms facing down. I want you to just surrender to this moment in time. I want you to honor this time. If you're listening to this on a bus, just try to stay focused to what I'm saying. Don't be listening to this and checking your email and Facebook. Just really own this time for you. I want you to really learn how to experience the silence. This silence is where your soul speaks to you. When you're in the silence, you could hear your intuition. You could hear the still, small voice whispering in your ear. Can you hear Spirit talking to you? Whatever noises you hear right now, they're part of your experience. Embrace the whole environment. You are now connecting to your divinity. As you now get ready to go into your dark night of the soul, you say to yourself, I am worthy to receive my blessing. I am ready, God, to receive my blessing. I surrender my grip. I let go and I let God. And I set myself free. I let go and I let God. And I set myself free. Feel the freedom in your bones. Feel the majesty that you are. This is your time to shine. This is the season to prosper. Open your heart. Open your mind. And receive the shower of abundance and prosperity right now. A new life is emerging from the darkness. I accept it. I own my experience and I free myself from my past. I accept who I am. I accept who I am not. And I claim my spiritual inheritance right now. In this instant, I say, let it be so, and let it be done unto me through the grace and the power of the Most High. Amen, amen, and amen. You may open your eyes now. You are now ready to experience the dark night of the soul. Give yourself this gift of transformation. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy this podcast, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. You could download the app. Not only could you just listen to my show, but you could listen to other shows from all different genres. I would appreciate if you would like it, share it with your friends, with your family, anyone that is ready to truly do the inner work to awaken their brand new self. I want to wish everyone a beautiful day, and I will speak to you soon. Namaste. The divine in me sees and acknowledges the divine in you. Now, embrace the universe applauding for your greatness.